Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video going to be a wee scouting analysis video regarding a couple of players Celtic are said to be scouting and lining up as potential summer transfer bids. And it would appear that they are being lined up primarily to replace Matt O'Riley. Matt O'Riley, of course, there's been a lot of speculation in him moving to another club over the last year or so. Last summer, it was a number of English Championship clubs pushing for promotion that were offering 10 million. Then in the winter window, Atletico Madrid offered, it would appear now, 18 million for him. However, just recently, it is said that Man United are lining up a 20 to 25 million pound bid for Matt O'Riley in the summer, and there are several other clubs such as Arsenal and Newcastle and some of the mid-table English Premier Leagues all looking to sign him. Atletico Madrid may well come back in for him. Girona may come back in for him, and there was said to be quite a lot of interest from the Italian Serie A in Matt O'Riley previously as well. I think, however, we need to resign ourselves to the fact that Matt O'Riley is unlikely to be a Celtic player in the 24-25 season onwards. So, getting back to the purpose of the video, the two players that Celtic are said to be closely following with a view to signing for next season are Sammie Szmodics of Blackburn Rovers and Callum of Coventry. And so going to do wee analysis of both, along with a couple of scouting reels from the YouTube channel Brazilian Scout. The extracts are around 5 minutes, and there are a couple of full 10-minute videos regarding the two players, and lots of other clips and highlights and videos regarding them both on other YouTube channels. And it would be worthwhile having a look at all of those as I did. So, starting with Sammie Szmodics of Blackburn Rovers, 28 years old. His contract runs out in June 2026. Said to be available for 4.5 million. I suspect that that's probably going to be more likely 8 to 9 million, as there are said to be 3 English Premier League clubs currently looking at signing him for next season: Fulham, Brentford and Luton. There is a good chance that Luton may well be back down to the Championship. Brentford are kind of touch and go, although Fulham should be quite safe for next season. Szmodics has an impressive record this season with Blackburn Rovers: 45 appearances, 30 goals and 4 assists. And over his whole Blackburn career, 86 appearances, 37 goals, 8 assists, and also had a very impressive record at Peterborough before that: 96 games, 27 goals, 14 assists, and so clearly a player who is getting better the older he gets, and has had a particularly impressive season this year with Blackburn Rovers, scoring heavily in the English Championship and in the Cups. Now, going to pop in a wee highlight reel for Szmodics, and then we can have a wee chat further regarding his good points. So, quite an impressive highlight reel there for Sammie Szmodics for his performances this year for Blackburn Rovers. This season, he has broken into the full Republic of Ireland international side and is said to be on the radar for next season for quite a number of the mid-table teams in the English Premier League and some of those currently fighting off relegation. And I dare say also will be on the radar for the teams who do get promoted this season from the Championship in England to the Premier League. Currently, a goal every goal and a game and a half for Blackburn, and does look like a ready-made replacement for Matt O'Reilly, assuming that O'Reilly does go in the summer. Now, looking at his good and bad points, don't personally see terribly many bad points from what I've seen of Szmodics. Does appear to be an excellent long-range passer, very good vision to set up colleagues, very, very good finisher as well. Even though he's only 5'6", he does show good ability in the air, able to make a tackle, able to break back and help out in midfield and defence. Can play attacking midfielder, can play second striker, can play central midfield, so quite a versatile player. Good with both feet. Has a powerful long-range shot. And all around does look like a very good player. Seems to have a good engine and stamina to get all over the pitch. Can break into the box late. Also good at supporting the attacking players, following in behind, and able to hit a very good short range defence splitting pass as well. Despite the fact, as I said, he's 5'6", does show aerial ability, does show ability to scrap things out in midfield. Some people may well have some misgivings with his height at 5'6", but does seem to be very pacey, good at holding up the play, good at holding off a challenge, and so I think he is an excellent option for Celtic. I think he would do very well in Scottish football, and given his career progression, also would have the talent and ability to do well in Europe, potentially in the Champions League, etc. And at currently said to be 4.5 million, but I do have my doubts. I think that's probably liable to go up by 3/4 or even 100% to somewhere in the region of 8 to 9 million. So, would love to see what you feel yourselves, having looked at today's video of Szmodics and any other online resources, and also how you feel he is in comparison to Callum O'Hare, who is the second player for discussion today. Callum O'Hare is said to be 25 years old at the moment. Again, attacking midfielder, central midfielder, currently playing for Coventry. 5'8" in height. His goals and assist record isn't quite so impressive as Szmodics this year. He's got 32 appearances, 9 goals, 4 assists. So this season, scoring 1 goal every 4 games or so. His whole career for Coventry, 178 games, 21 goals, 30 assists. So we're talking a goal every 8 or 9 games and an assist every 6 games or so. He has had previous time at Aston Villa, which didn't really work out, with just 9 games there, and a brief spell at Carlisle, where he had 3 goals and 3 assists. So, O'Hare, no current international experience, has had 1 under-21 cap for England previously. And in terms of clubs looking at him, Burnley, Southampton and Leicester are all said to be looking at him for next season. Burnley likely to be back down in the English Championship. Southampton and Leicester both in the promotion battle for the Championship back into the English Premier League. One slightly drawback with Callum here is he spent pretty much the whole of a year out of football with first a hamstring injury that took a couple of months to heal, and then followed by 10 months out with an anterior cruciate. And so he only came back to playing for Coventry in October 23, so he has had a wee bit of a curtailed 23-24 season. So now I'm going to pop in the highlight reel for O'Hare, and then we can have a chat about O'Hare's good points, bad points, and how we feel he might well fit into Celtic in the long term. So that's we look at Callum O'Hare in the 23-24 season, again via a video from Brazil Scout. The full version, which is 10 minutes or more, is available on YouTube, along with a few other highlight reels and goals, etc., that he's scored over the last few years. So my own thoughts, having watched O'Hare, is that he is pacey, very tricky player, good with the ball at his feet, very good at dribbling, able to work his way out of tight spaces well, a very good short-range passer. His current rating is 85.8% for passing with Coventry and 1.2 key passes per game. Those kind of passes are the ones that set up chances for others. He's a two-footed player, good vision. What I like about him is he isn't a greedy player, and so he is actually good at putting through teammates who are in better positions. When he's in the box, if another player is in a better position, he's very good at picking them out, increasing the chance of the team scoring a goal. Doesn't seem to have the same ability for long-range passes. Does seem a very cocky player. There are quite a number of little extracts on the full video, which does suggest that he has a cockiness about him. A few times it looked like he was kind of taunting the crowd, having scored a goal, etc. Doesn't seem so good at fighting off a challenge. Does not the best player for tracking back and helping in midfield. Has a better ability to intercept, not such a good player at winning the ball back. And so he may not be quite so well suited to the rough and tough of playing on a muddy pitch at Dens Park or on a wet, cold day in Aberdeen or Dingwall. And so I'm not so sure that O'Hare fits in so well for Celtic. He is a player who has been rated in the 2.5 to 3 million bracket before. He is actually out of contract this summer, and so would be available on a freedom of contract, free to Celtic. I think of the two, O'Hare would be less suited to Scottish football, less of a player who could convert to playing in European football for Celtic. And for me, Szmodics is the better option, although I think O'Hare would be a fine player playing for Celtic. I think Szmodics is a player of better ability, better skill, and better suited to play in Scotland and better suited to play for Celtic at the higher level. As I said, would love to see what you feel yourselves, and so do feel free to pop your comments regarding the two players into the comment section. As always, if you're new to the channel and if you've enjoyed this sort of video, please do click that subscribe button. Get the numbers pushing past 460 towards 500. And as always, if you have enjoyed the video, please do click the like button. So that finishes things off for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more of a news roundup video for about Celtic. And so for today, goodbye and hail, hail.